Hi everyone, I chose to do my PowerPoint presentation on the challenge faced by 21st century managers of managing high staff turnover. So let's talk about why staff turnover happens. High staff turnover occurs for a variety of reasons. 4.2 years is the average time spent in a job. This number decreases with the younger generations. Employees tend to look for other opportunities, higher paying jobs, better hours, and benefits that other companies have to offer. They also may not be very happy with the management style of the company. Some of our largest turnover rates are seen in the retail, food service, and childcare industries. So how does high turnover rate hurt your company? When an employee leaves a company, they take their institutional knowledge and their ideas with them. The process to replace an employee can sometimes be costly and long. It can also affect the rest of your staff by increasing their workload and hurting the morale. Having to frequently train new employees takes time away from your managers, and that's time investing instead into long-term employees. So how can we increase employee retention? By training current employees, it shows them that you are investing in them and gives them an opportunity of growth within the company. You can recognize some key skills and build on them to give the employee a greater purpose in the company. By giving the employee the opportunity to have a good work-life balance, keeps them from feeling stressed and overwhelmed. Keeping the culture of the company positive and maintaining a positive work experience will help them stay. I know that if the culture of an office that I'm working in is negative or unpleasant, I don't want to be there. Understanding the needs of your employee and how those needs may be different depending on their age. So the first part of the POLC framework that we learned about is planning. So how can we use planning to prevent employee retention? Through mission and vision, strategizing, and goals and objectives. To prevent high staff turnover in my company, I would make sure my employees understand the mission and vision of our company. If they understand why we are here and who we are, they're more likely to stick around to be a part of it. When we're hiring new employees, it is best to decide if you can envision the person working for your company and what their potential could mean for both professional and company growth. I will provide my employees with clear goals and objectives. When your employee understands the vision and mission, you need to set clear, specific goals and objectives to help pave the path to success for the company. I will be sure to explain my expectations and things we need to do in order to achieve our goals. By creating clear, meaningful, and reflective statements, you can powerfully communicate your intentions and motivate and inspire your team to ensure they understand the objectives of the organization, to make a consistent everyday decision, and to achieve buy-in to new directions. Your team members will gain a sense of pride in working as part of an organization that stands for something and are united by a common sense of purpose. The next step is organizing and how it can prevent turnover through organization design, culture, and social networks. When addressing the challenge of preventing high staff turnover, it is important to look at the structural makeup of the company, the climate and the culture that exists throughout, and how to use social networks to build a better, stronger company through communication and presentation. Our organization design shapes the way a company is run, the strategies they use, and what the structure of the company looks like. A good organizational design shows an employee what the company is trying to achieve and how it plans to do so. Culture plays an important role in addressing the challenge of turnover. Culture in a company can make or break the company. Your corporate culture has a direct impact on employee turnover. Vision, values, practices, people, narrative, and environment are all important components that shape a company's culture. Companies with a great corporate culture shine in these components, leading to greater employee satisfaction and retention. Companies faring poorly will have a weak corporate culture plagued by high employee turnover. I would encourage our employees to work together and build relationships with one another. This will help root the employee in the company. Implementing social networking into the workplace will create an encouraging work culture and make employees want to continue doing a great job and continue supporting their coworkers. The next part is leadership. So how does leadership affect employee retention? When employees have good leaders, companies are less likely to experience high staff turnover rates. If leaders are inspiring and pushing their employees to become better versions of themselves, they are giving them a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. Great leaders often hold dear the best interests of their employees. The leader wants others to reach their highest potential, and as a result, they challenge and elevate everyone. Great leaders are genuinely interested in positive results and in the betterment of everyone around them. Communication. If a manager is an effective leader and communicates well with the staff, it is more likely he or she will succeed in achieving the company's goals. Creating an environment of open dialogue in the workplace is essential for both attracting and retaining top-tier talent within your organization. Listening to questions, addressing concerns, providing feedback, and implementing suggestions are benchmarks for effective leadership, as well as requisites for high-caliber performance and employee retention. The last part of the POLC framework is controls, and we can reduce retention or help our retention rates through systems and processes and the use of a balanced scorecard. A balanced scorecard is a tool used by companies to plan and review a strategy for achieving the company's mission or vision. There are 4 sections to the scorecard: financial, internal, customer, and learning and growth. For the financial analysis, the financial piece of high employee turnover is the cost of what it takes to replace an employee once they leave. Internal analysis is the culture and the leadership in the company are key components of making up a good internal system. By staying focused on our goals and motivating our employees, they will feel invested in the mission and aligned with the values of the company. Customer analysis. An employee would not want to be a part of a company that is making bad choices or treats our customers poorly. Finding a balance of maintaining a good customer base and outside image is important in keeping our employees. Learning and growth. By learning what is important to our employees and growing from our mistakes, we can make positive changes to our company for the future and plan accordingly. Another part of the controls is the strategic human resources. The human resource department in a company typically filters potential candidates and reviews applications. HR must ensure they are hiring the right person for the job and that the candidate would be a good fit for the company. To be able to effectively reduce a company's turnover rate, the ratio of employees who leave to the average number of all employees, human resource must engage in tracking. Measures for turnover include employee headcount at the beginning of the year, number of employees who are hired monthly, number of employees who leave monthly, benchmarks such as acquiring a new company, and industry turnover rates for comparison. Once turnover tracking is in place, the data can be used to analyze trends, spot problems, report to owners and senior management, and prepare reduction strategies. HR can also improve the company onboarding process and engage the employees with training. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.